Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, we are Mary, Mel, Alex, and Jonah, and this is our final project for our TE 150 class. Jonah's up first.
Okay, so I'm gonna lean in and talk to you really quick. Um, I took the section about what I thought was incredibly cool, new, and stuff like that. And Alex talked about how when he was interviewing somebody that they took what they learned in high school, which is shocking because you don't think that anything you learn in high school is applicable in college. But he said that most of his teachers gave strategies, but nobody would ever listen to them. But he actually did. So what he did is made quizzes, to help him out in class. And I thought that was cool because thinking about it, like 90% of the kids who ever get any strategies, 90% of the kids who get any strategies like that just don't use them at all. Another thing that I thought was cool was Mary's cross roommate, Jessica. She talked about like strategies she learned to like learn English and stuff like that, and that was really cool because in French, I took French. I'm terrible at French. I don't remember a single word. So it's stuff like that. How she learned was really cool. Um, my guy was pretty cool, just to think that how much he can be impacted by a person, and those are the things I thought were really cool about people in our project, and it was just really cool. Now I'm gonna swirl it on to Alex.
Hello, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the motivation of the students and what they attributed their success and failures to. So, in class, I know we talked a lot about how when people are successful in class, they usually attribute it to their own hard work and stuff that they did right. And when they don't do good, they usually attribute it to the fact that they had like bad luck or some extrinsic factors. And we actually found that, well, across the board, actually, when people did good work, they did attribute it to their own effort. But in 3 out of the 4, everyone except Mel's roommate, they all said that when they did bad, they also attributed that to poor effort. And they said, oh, I really could have tried harder here. And I thought that was very interesting. And it kind of went against what we learned in class, so I'm not too sure about that. But we'll just leave it at that. Pass it on to Mel.
So my section is implication for teaching, and the most important idea that we learned this semester is that teachers have to be able to adapt culturally. So with the project that we had to work on was actually interacting with people that were culturally different from us. So I chose my roommate, and when we learned how to do a new skill, we were actually like teaching ourselves how to do something. So we were coming from 2 different aspects of like our culture. So I realized how important it is to really adapt to one's culture. Where if I were to teach like a music class and I would bring up different types of music, we have so many different cultures around us that we need to adapt and understand the culture better so we can actually teach it to other people. Because if we don't understand it ourselves, how are we supposed to teach it to other people? And that's really the most important thing that I learned this semester with our culture. I didn't realize how important this project was going to be in the whole entire semester, but when we really think about it, the project was really important to actually wrap the whole semester. Thank you, Sir Alex, around, because this is called Reflections on Learning, because it's also teachers. Okay, I'm going to pass it on now.
So I'm here to talk to you about the analysis of learning and what kind of strategies our people that we interviewed had to learning. And so basically their strategy was kind of immersion. They just kind of jumped in and went for it. And so I think that it's really important that we realize that like all students have different types of strategies for how they learn and how they're going to go about like learning a certain subject. And because we're all going to be music teachers, I think that a lot of music teachers have big like expectations, I guess, of all students understanding things the same way they do. I think that's not a good thing to have, and so I think that it's really interesting to like find out how everybody really learns in different ways and kind of figure out a bunch of different ways that the brain works so that we can apply it to our own teaching. I think that it was really helpful that we got to interview such a wide variety of people through in our group, because I think it brings a lot of different like aspects and thought processes to the table, and I think that that's really important.
Overall, we all thought this was a very beneficial project, and we would do it again if we had the chance. Thank you.